Right. Good evening, everybody. We're live here with Italy versus Turkey, eSailing Nations Cup Group B tonight. We'll be kicking off very shortly once everybody gets into the first race. And joining me on commentary, if you hadn't recognised my voice, this is Cavan here on commentary, taking over the channel again tonight. And joining me tonight, I've got Arthur Farley. Arthur, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Kevin.
Good stuff. Looking forward to some exciting racing between Italy and Turkey tonight. What's your prediction for the results?
I think there'll be potentially some close races, but yeah, I think it could be close. But I personally, as I told Oscar before, I think 4-1 is my prediction.
4-1. Yeah, 4-1 sounds good. Italy's got got a lot of players here who've been playing a lot and putting in a lot of good results, and several there who've got a lot of team racing experience under their belt as well. And obviously, Italy have been fairly high up the rankings in Nations Cup every year so far. Anyway, and probably in the background, not joining us too much on the voice tonight is Oscar. Oscar, how are you doing?
Hey Kevin, hey Farley. I'm doing good. Excited for this match. It will be Turkey's first match against Italy's second match. Thinking Turkey are gonna want to score at least 1 or 2 rounds to stay in the game and possibly get for the second place in Group B.
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely a few names in the Turkish team that been around in eSailing for quite a while, but we haven't really seen on the water that much. Like Khan, for example, who has been around for a long time and has been otherwise engaged recently. What have we got up first? 2v2 Star.
So we have the 2v2 Star players are actually ready on the water, so we'll be joining them in a second.
Great. Just interrupt me at any time, Oscar, if the players are ready to go, and we can kick into the racing. We've got 2v2 Star is Khan. Oh no, it's not Khan. It's Omar and Ada versus Ballista 42 and Sozi. So we've got one male and one female in each team. Star 2v2. Let's have a look at the start here. 55 seconds to go. Arthur, what are your thoughts on this course and tactics in the start line?
Well, I think it's going to be a very intense fight. On the Italian team, we have Sozi and Lorenzo. So Sozi was one of our female finalists in the Olympics in the OES back in June or July in Singapore. And Ballista 42, Lorenzo, he actually won the event of yesterday's evening, the Masters of eSailing. So some really high level on the Italian team.
Yeah, sorry, I missed my mute button there.
No worries.
Yeah, no, it looks like a left shift's coming, right? So it should be quite interesting. Whoever has a bad start probably has an easy way out. So that being Lorenzo. So yeah, getting on the court, quite important, and there's a pattern for both of them there and a full start.
Oh, that's a big mistake. Still OCS. She's got to go all the way back.
That is very unfortunate. It's going to be tough for her.
Yeah, Omar's got his work cut out. He's really got to get hold of one of these two boats and just slow him right down to get Ada back in the game.
Yep, can you maybe remind us how the team scoring works in a 2v2?
Yeah, team scoring in 2v2, basically don't be last. Whoever comes in last place loses.
Yeah, so maybe Omar's going to be close enough to just cover on the downwind and then maybe get it back a bit. Yeah, I think it's 60, 65 meters you need to be in front. So it's quite a decent gap that you need to be free enough to not be able to be caught. But it looks to me that he probably is close enough for now.
Yeah, you're right. You don't need You don't need to get that close to still just have them in the wind shadow downwind.
Especially because they're both quite close as well. So they're going to have to avoid each other at the top mark, and a few meters lost there, and then especially with this left shift just coming in, that'll probably help.
Yeah, if he keeps pushing to the port ley line, it's going to help him.
Yeah. He's quite far behind. She's quite far behind though.
Yeah, but once they get on the downwind, if he's got a bit of shadow on Sozi, and Ada can just hit BMG and just go full speed. It won't take too long to catch up.
No, and he's going to be quite close.
What have we got here? About 25 meters. Yeah, he's got plenty there to grab hold of the wind shadow.
Yeah. So it's kind of the aim of the game, just to slow down as much as possible. Basically, just full pirate mode from Omar. It's downwind. Doesn't really need to get in front of Sozi. He just needs to stop as much as possible.
Yeah, he's got the shadow on. He's got slowing her down about 6 knots there. And there's Ada going around the wing mark now, about 100 meters behind. With the breeze filling a bit behind Ada as well, so I don't think, unless Omar actually accidentally takes a penalty here, I don't think it'll be a problem to get Ada back in the game for the second upwind. Lorenzo's just shooting on ahead, get a safe first ahead position for the second upwind. Doesn't really matter about coming first, but if he can stay ahead for the second upwind, it gives him a good advantage to make some tactical plays.
Yeah, this race is pretty much just going to be down to the second downwind now, with it being so close. Lorenzo's probably going to have to help Sozzi out on the second upwind and just make it close again.
You know what? Right now, Omar's got a good hold on Sozi. And sitting in a good position, they've caught right up again. You know, now it's 2v1 at the back. We're going to see a penalty here on Sozi. Oh, yes. There we go. Get a rule 12.
Yeah, looks like a right shift coming on the second beat as well.
Do you think they'll be doing a right-hand turn, probably tack straight around?
Yeah,
and try and get into the shift.
Yeah, there's a right coming with potentially a left eventually. But yeah, I'd probably be going right, but they seem to let her go, which is a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, they could have potentially both tacked onto port there immediately and left Ada in the shadow.
At least one, just to have a starboard advantage.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Ada's going so far on the starboard tack now. I know that shift is in a little bit, but it's going to go further right as they get up the course. I really want to just stay close to the other boats at this stage.
Yeah, I just need to suck the wind shadow, really. Because it's a bit of a mistake, this.
Yeah, Ada's definitely gone far too far left and still going left.
Yeah. Could actually, might eat my words here, could actually be a bit of trouble, Turkey.
Now got Lorenzo, Ballista 42, just tacking back and forth.
Omar kind of made a big mistake engaging in attacking battle with the one that was 50 meters in front, rather than just staying with the one that was closer. And with a right shift now and a gust around the top mark, but probably
Yeah,
is
you're
just
right.
about going to be close enough now. Ada maybe. Just with this little left that's coming in now after this right's come out. So that's probably
Not going to be too much pressure when they hit the wing mark. There's not going to be too much pressure on them, so they're not going to be able to escape fast.
Yeah, no, now it's pretty close. Just with that little left at the end there.
Yeah. What have we got? About 35 meters. Yeah, they'll get a shadow on that.
Yeah.
as long as Omar can get out of the way of Ada and just let Ada get the shadow on.
Yeah, they should both be able. Yeah, should both be close enough.
Now Lorenzo, Ballista 42 here is definitely the more experienced of the two Italian boats in a boat-to-boat match. So maybe we'll see Lorenzo try and take the fight and push Sozi ahead. A long way to go. They've got a good shadow on. Do with actually just getting a bit more shadow, shifting over to the left-hand side a bit more. Just really filling that shadow from both boats. Especially with this hard left shift that's coming in. I don't want to end up too far on the right-hand side, otherwise they're not going to get any shadow at all.
Really close that much though here.
No, with the wind shifted so far to the right, they're too far behind.
I think Lorenzo
They
could be in a bit closer, just from luffing, but we'll see.
I think they're going to get clean to the line.
Yeah, it's probably
Just too
like
little, too late.
the star wind shadow is quite a lot weaker in recent game updates. So yeah, and that's it.
1-2. Clean win for the Italians.
Yep. That's yeah, interesting race really. Seemed a bit
Yeah, I think on
weird.
that last downwind, the Turkish should have got further to the left-hand side, really gotten behind the, gotten directly behind in the wind shadow. They were too far to the right-hand side and not getting enough of that shadow early enough.
Yeah, they were just luffing at the same rate almost. So it didn't really yeah, it didn't really work for them. But hopefully they can learn from that. I mean, they had a pretty bad start, so they were quite lucky to even be in the race after that.
Yes.
And yeah, so yeah, I think they kind of made the easy part of the race the hard part, and the hard part they got it right. So yeah,
Well, let's see what they can do in the next race. Got everybody slowly coming in. So that's 1-0 to Italy. We're in 5 races, so 3 wins to win. This is 3v3 offshore. We've got 3 ballistas. Said last night the Italians need to change the names a little so we know who's who. I can't remember which one's which anymore. We're just waiting on one Turkish boat. So far we've got Ada and Kafi. My apologies to the Turkish and also the Italians because I'll probably butcher all of your names.
yeah. The Italians is fairly easy as long as you can say Ballista.
Well, I think I can remember that Ballista 42 is Lorenzo. 25 is Amos. Is that right? 86.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who 86 is.
Alberto.
Alberto, there we go. Thank you.
You have to remember the numbers in the name. But yeah.
And we go the fourth, the third Turkish is Berke.
Kafi and his friends know. But Berkey, Abe, and yeah. I wouldn't attempt the other one. Soy. But yeah, looks like a right shift. So off the start. But yeah, predominantly in the offshore racer is getting that starboard advantage because the boats are so long and they point so high, and they can hold lanes as well for quite a long
Yeah,
time.
a lot. Getting a good spot on the start line because you can hold that momentum with the length of the boat and hold the momentum while you pinch. You can come in late on the start line and really just secure a good spot. Short
Yeah,
start line as well, so we'll probably see these boats trending towards the committee boat to try and squeeze in and just steal that spot and keep the starboard advantage.
Okay, looks like we have all the players ready, so we'll be starting any second now. Just saying hello to chat right now, Left Sailing. Hey. Hey Azama Mixers, hi Sozi, hey RG Tyler. Nice to see you guys. Do let us know from where you're tuning in.
I think we know where Sozi's tuning in from. She's racing. There we go, into the start
Shit,
procedure.
sorry for the bad word.
So who's your money on for this one, Arthur? I think I'd have to go with the Italians again. They've got a strong force here with 42 and 25. Maybe the Turkish can pull out some surprises.
yeah, it's going to be difficult for them. Probably need a very good start. And yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. They got kind of all stuck together here. A bit of trouble.
Yeah, so far they're all stuck together.
Looks like there's probably going to be a left shift eventually.
Oscar, is my stream frozen or have we got the race on? Oh, I've just seen it's changed now. There we go. 15 seconds to go. Turkish aren't doing too badly down the pin end of the line. If they can get a
Burst
clean
power
start here.
So what's the strategy with the offshore racer? So it's quite a slow boat to maneuver.
Yeah,
It's
in general,
close racing.
yeah. It's pretty much you can never really get away, even though.
Although what we're seeing at the moment is we've got Italians looking fairly clean in 1 and 2, unless the left shift comes in really hard and Burke can get into second place. So right now the Turkish fleet just needs to grab hold of second place, get as close as they can to second place, so that they don't just give the Italians 1-2 in the 3v3. If you've got 1-2, that's the win.
Yep.
What would your
Turkey knows
strategy be
that.
here, Arthur? If you're in the Turkish fleet, what would you be suggesting, Arthur?
I think Berkey just has to go as fast as possible, but yeah, pretty difficult. Just suck it up and just go to the mark and then see where we're at, kind of thing. They've got Alberto locks out the back, 86, but I think just let one of them go away on this downwind and try and at least hold on to one of the Italians to be able to then win the race from a 2, 3, 4, or 5 overall position for the Turkish. So yeah, they've got to think about their combos right now. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
well they know their combos, but I think just try and get one of these Italians in the front has got to be the goal.
Yeah, it's their only option right now. But as you say, they've got Velister 86 controlled at the back, so that gives Burke and Carfy space to just put the shadow on Velister 25, slow him down, try and pull him back into the rest of the race.
Yeah.
You'd see Burke here just lifting the shadow up on top of Velister 25 to slow him down. I'm not sure why Carfy's jibed out of there. That's kind of ruined their double shadow. And he's got stuck under the shadow of the 2 trailing boats.
Wow. Yeah.
See Lorenzo here just putting the jibes in convenient places so that Burke has to jibe again under the same shadow.
Amos. It's Amos, no. Yeah.
So we have
Sorry,
Lista
wrong way around.
42, Lorenzo.
Yeah. He's closing
25
a
is
little
it?
bit though. So, but we'll say Alberto's kind of just easily got the 2 of them, so just slowing them down nicely. So, yeah, difficult from here.
Yeah, it's this is a tough one for the Turkish. I think it's over really. If we can get a little bit closer to the
Probably
list of
wouldn't.
25, it'll help. But it's really hard. 1v1 downwind in the offshore is a hard one.
Yeah, I think Berkey's only real chance there was to tack in Lorenzo's shadow.
Yeah, and use that as a bit of cover.
And now he's in quite a lot of trouble, I think. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, someone's going to have to beat Alberto 1v1, and then Berkey's going to have to try and catch the second. But I'm not sure if he's even close enough. But we'll see on this downwind. Quite difficult, especially with these left shift straight set, wind in front, downwinds. You can't. It's not like the J70. You can't. You have to luff pretty far to get the shadow far enough back to cover in offshore. So,
Yeah, you're right. And this course is quite short as well, so you really haven't got a lot of time downwind unless you're already right on top of the boat in front of you.
yeah, sometimes it's hard enough with only a boat length, let alone sort of shadow length. Yeah, no. I think we can give this one to Italy. The only way is if they get a disconnect.
Yeah, the Turkish can start hoping for that.
Yeah, Alberto's disconnecting or just having fun. Having fun, all right.
That was a fun move anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it doesn't really matter. 1-2
Yeah,
wins.
we've got
3 wins.
Yeah, that's it. 1-2 for the Italians. Well, let's not call it till they quite get over the finish line, but let's see. Up next, then, once we finish this, is
4v4 J70.
thank you, Oscar. And that'll be a bit of a change from the offshore. And then we have 1-2 from the Italians. Okay, Coffee coming in behind. And Arda shortly after, with Alberto bringing up the rear. He's not even going to go through the finish line. That's how confident they are that they have 1-2.
Yep. They are lacking confidence, that's for sure. Right. J70 now. That'll be a bit different. Hopefully, a bit more of a fight. Quite hard to get away. Bit more like Star. That offshore is actually really important. The first upwind and start pretty difficult to do anything. But since that bad start, they had not really any chance. So hopefully, in the J70 now, they can get off the line a bit better.
Yeah, I think so. We've got a couple of the higher ranked Turkish boats in the J70. We've got Khan coming in for this one and Umut, who are regulars. Well, not so much anymore for Khan, but regulars at the pointy end of the scoreboards. So maybe we'll get a bit more competition with the Italians. On the Italian side, it looks like we've got Alberto, Tommy Tamble, Rock, and can't see it. Find out who the other one is when we get in there. That puts us. What are we on? This is third race, so 2-0 to the Italians.
This is match point.
Yeah, if the Italians can get this, it's match point. Although I think Oscar can correct me, but I think all the points count in this group phase, right?
Every point will count, so even if Turkey can score 1 round or 2 rounds, that might save them to get the second place in Group B, depending on how the other matches happen. It's a bit too early to know for sure because only one match has happened in Group B so far, which was Italy versus Poland. Italy wiping the floor against Poland 5-0.
Yeah, that's a very good point because we've got Italy, Poland, Turkey, and Sweden. Now, Turkey-Sweden might be a good matchup, and Turkey-Poland, but with Turkey having a couple of good players at the top of their board, might be able to get in with a second place in Group B. If they get claw a couple of points back from Italy and win their other matches.
Yeah, I think I'd probably. So it's what? Sweden, Italy, Turkey, and who was the other team?
Poland.
Poland, yep.
Yeah,
Poland.
Poland. Yeah, it's actually quite difficult to say, really. Sweden potentially for team racing is quite strong. So, but they do quite a lot of TRL, Locomore, and Harding.
Yeah, for
etc.
sure.
So,
There's a lot of good fleet races at the top end of the Polish fleet. Not so much on the team racing side, but over the last couple of years, they've really shown skills on the fleet race side.
yeah, Sid
So,
Lowe.
you know,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
there's a few there.
We're just waiting on. Well, we got one more
We're
Turkish boat.
mating
No,
for
one more
the
Italian boat.
yeah, one Italian boat. Velista 42, I think, was the last one in their team. So on the Italy side, in the 44, we have Velista 88, Velista 71, T Tambo, and FIV Rock.
So we're waiting on.
So we're waiting
86
for
Alberto.
Alberto. Yeah.
Okay, he's in now.
Could be Nico, Sombrero Nico, 86.
We're not confirmed that 86 is Alberto.
I thought it was, but then in the chat it was tagged on Nico. So and then it joined.
No,
So I'm not
Nico
sure.
is the captain.
Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Alberto. Well, this can be a bit more of a fight with Umut and Khan.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I'm gonna
And
put my money on Turkey this time.
Hopefully, we'll see a bit more of Ada with that unfortunate start in the star.
yes, let's see if she can get across the line without OCS this time.
Yeah, there's going to be a right shift off the start, so bad starts are going to be punished.
Yeah, I think we're going to see everybody starting to pile up at the committee boat end. Looks to me like the Italians are kind of hanging back a bit, just waiting to come in late and take advantage of the Turkish as they approach the line. We've got one Turkish boat sitting quite far back, coming in fairly well to get underneath the Italians and control them. In the 4v4, you really want to get a fast and clean start. You don't want to be hanging around too much.
Or the Gula can laugh here. Bang.
Yeah, very nice move there by Omar on, who was it? Tommy Tamble.
Oh, it's going to be another pen. Oh,
Yeah.
No. Just 1 second. Yeah, right shift coming here.
for sure.
was
There's
on-
a big right shift.
Yeah, if I was on any of these teams, I'd be smashing the right. Turkey have locked out. Italians have locked out 2 of them. Yeah, looks like an Italian 1-2 unless Ada goes right.
At the moment, the Turkish have got 2 Italians in the back, though, so they're staying safe.
Fairly risky though, I'd say, for their
Yeah,
because for them that would then require them to beat 2 Italians and no one to get stopped by one of them. So yeah, looks a bit hard, but they're close. I mean, Khan's easily close enough. So
I'm quite a fan of playing the middle 4 in a 4v4, where you can control 2 boats behind you. I always find it a slightly easier variation of a win.
yeah, I think if you have a weak player in your team, I don't. So if there's any sort of weak links that they'll see, so they're going to see Ada as a weak link, they can just gang up, and then it's 2v1 virtually. So or you can see it as a 4v2, but it's difficult. And now, especially seeing that I think it was Khan that got a penalty, and they're 1-2-3 Italy now.
Yeah, at the moment they're holding 1-2-3, but I think the Turkish are going to be close enough to keep hold of 3rd place.
Yeah, it's almost got starboard on one.
They've actually got a bit of leverage with Ada hitting the splitting the course and hitting the far right. If that shift comes in a bit more, they're going to get a bit of leverage on that side.
Yeah, this left is looking pretty strong. That right's all too late.
Yeah.
Ooh. If Alberto
They're going to
rounds in
be.
front of Ada here, I think Turkey have an issue. If
Alberto's
Alberto,
definitely going to be trying to slow them all down and keep them away from 3rd place.
yeah, if I
Umut's
was,
very close here. Umut's right behind him.
no, if I was Alberto here, I was stopping Ada for sure. Okay, well he didn't, but that would probably be their best move. Just
He's
locking,
obviously not listening to the stream.
but yeah, Turkey are close enough to get one of them for sure. Ooh,
Oh, now Umut's immediately jibed off and just left the shadow off Rock. That was an interesting move. He's lost a lot of speed there. That could have been a very bad move for them.
I can't see whether he's got the shadow on. No,
He's got a tiny bit of shadow, but he's in the low pressure here, so it's not helping. Perhaps Omar can get a bit more speed by getting into the pressure further and just be able to get underneath.
is he still? I haven't got the shadow on Umut for some reason.
Yeah, he's got it on Rock. Rock's doing about a knot less than him. It's not going to be enough to get Omar underneath, but maybe Omar can stay close enough on the upwind. Or maybe force Rock into doing a few maneuvers and get the next Turkish boat back up closer again.
Yeah, would
What do you reckon to this wind looking upwind? It looks like they're heavily in the right shift already.
if I was Turkey, I'm probably smashing the right.
Yeah,
But I'm really not that confident on it. The pressure looks right of windward mark, so that left's probably going to be quite long lasting. I think this is over now. That's a real shame, actually. I think Umut made a massive mistake there.
yeah, big mistake taking that early jibe on the downwind. Should have just stuck to the back of Rock, kept the shadow on him immediately.
Maybe now. If Rock hits the left, okay, might have a chance with Omar. This right, I think, might come in.
It's going to be a little bit of right shift. You're right on that one.
No,
They're going to
it's
be
going
enough
to be
to pull it
massive.
back.
It's
Yeah,
going
but
to be
I don't
massive.
think it's going to last very long.
I think it probably will. It just depends whether they all get the shift or whether
Yeah,
it's
he's got to
just.
get tacking now. There he goes. Okay, he's putting the tack in on the starboard. Let's see if he can get enough distance to get close enough to rock. In fact,
I think it probably is.
he's looking good so far.
The left is coming in, but I think it's probably enough to get him close enough. That was a mistake. Maybe the left isn't going to come massive, so he's probably going to be all right. But Rock's, this is pretty crazy. Rock's got good angles still. He's probably going to be close enough still. But he's doing those two tacks are
Too many tacks.
a bit strange, so that cost him a bit of time.
Yeah, not good to put in so many tacks when you're trying to chase somebody.
He just didn't take advantage of that right as he could have. Yeah, I think nice try, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
There's not a lot of wind now, so if he can get just a little bit of shadow on, who is it, on rock, he might just be able to pull something back.
Yeah, but Umar's going to have to go straight, huh? Okay.
Yeah, he's made the right move on that.
Probably close enough, but then they need to get him all the way.
Yeah, he's got just the edge of the shadow.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this. They've got to get him all the way to the back. And Alberto could have really finished the race, just putting Ada with the mark trap, but he's kind of left it a little bit open. I think I'm just sort of hoping at this point. They'd need to absolutely violate Rock to be able to bring him back to seventh.
Yeah, I'm with you. And Umut's not made as much speed as I thought he might over on the right-hand side of the course. He's only about half a knot faster.
And the shift straightened quite a lot as well. So he just did extra distance. Yeah, okay. Just a few weird moves there. First
Yeah,
one
maybe
did.
just a bit of
Yeah, I don't know.
inexperience on the Turkish side.
Yeah, making a mistake on the first upwind and first downwind, and then Omar just probably not quite taking enough advantage of it. But I mean, it was already really done by that point. That was just sort of the last lifeline.
Yeah, there we go. Italy 1, 2, 3. That's a clean win. It doesn't matter what happens to Alberto. He can bin the rest of the race if he wants to. Is he gonna? Yeah, he's gone through the line this time. That means we're at 3-0. That was match point for the Italians. So 2 races to go, but congratulations to the Italians on a clean win there. Italians now will be looking to try and go for the full sweep, 5-0. We've got, what is the next race? Oscar, you got the lineup? What's going on the next one?
Next one is the 4v4 Ilka.
Yep.
So the Olympic class boats. And I'll tell you the lineup in a second.
Dozzy and Jenical, or is Tommy Tamble? Don't really want to butcher it. Soy from Turkey.
And we've got
And,
Luka Kozlovic making his first appearance.
Filippo again, and Umet again.
This is a fairly strong squad from the Italians again. Filippo, Tommy, Luca. You know, these people have been playing a lot and play regularly. especially 4v4 is a bit closer to fleet racing. Still need your team tactics, but you've got to be able to do a good clean start, know how to sail the shifts, and keep going fast.
Yep.
I think it looks like we've got all the boats just about ready to go. The Turkish then will be looking to try and get 2 wins here. See if they can get 2 points back on the Italians. How about this start line in the laser then? Here we go into the start procedure. Let's get the race up on screen and see where we're at.
Yeah.
Looks to me like we've got a good right shift on the start line. Where would you be going on the start, Arthur?
Just anywhere without and probably, but I'm not sure that it is going to be in a go. So it probably is head right off the line. And then it looks like they're very much later on could be a left, but I think it's almost no shift to the right off the start with the right shift coming.
Yeah, and tactics coming in. It looks like there's one Italian boat. Not sure who that is. Going for a port start. It is Ballista 71. Down at the pin end. Either coming in late for the starboard tack or going... No, he's coming back round. Going on the starboard side. 5 seconds to go. Yeah, the Italians are trying for a port start.
Yeah, Turkey in a lot of trouble here.
Oh, they are in trouble. There's 1 OCS and 2 penalties.
Yeah,
I think that's game over immediately. Italians have got 4 ahead.
Yeah. Filippo gave 2 pens, and then there was lucky-ish pens. They kind of penned themselves, the Turkish, and then there was 2 false starts. So yeah.
Yeah, Turkish can try and stay close to 2 boats and see if they can do something with it. To be fair, they're not too far away, but with 4 boats ahead, it's kind of easy to control the fleet.
Yeah, Umut's really the only one close enough.
You think Umut can get enough leverage on Sozi on the far side?
Yeah, I'd probably bang right if I was Umut and just try and get the other side of Tommy. Yeah. Attack early on this left and try and hope for a right.
Yeah, we've got Genekel and Burke and the Turkish fleet stuck over on the left-hand side.
Yeah, pretty sure that this right is going to come eventually as well. But maybe he's just trying to make sure he's in front of one. I don't know.
At the moment, I think Arda has got in front of Tommy Tamble. Gives them 1, and then maybe one of the other Turkish boats is close enough to Luca or Filippo.
They didn't really control that very well. They weren't really covering anyone, the Italians. So
No. They could have done a better job of just blocking the Turkish out on the tack.
yeah, this right-hand Turkish boat Arda. It's kind of hoping on a bit of a straighter left shift to come so it can close down, but it is coming. We'll see. They're going to have to avoid each other as well. And the 2 Italian boats, slow them down a bit.
Yeah, let's see if Arda can get close enough. To be fair, in the laser, you don't need much distance ahead to be free once you get downwind.
Yeah. I think maybe. Going to be really close. Yeah, he's close.
I don't think he's got a shadow.
No, he's not got a shadow, but Not far
Could
away.
be. Yeah, because the Italians are all going to be stuck together once they start heading upwind. So maybe Arda can find a nice lane, just catch up a few boat lengths.
It's really close now. He might actually have the shadow now.
Not on my screen, going the same speed.
It's pretty close now. Might have only just got it at the end of that downwind.
Yeah. Oh, I think I would have banged the left-hand corner there instead of tacking around. But Arda is
We've
pretty
let
close.
we've let her go.
This is a good tactic from the Turkish show to just split the course. Umut going hard left and Arda looks to be going hard right. Means the Italians have got to try and cover both of them, and hopefully one of them can get enough
Yeah.
leverage on the other.
Yeah.
A bit of action in
Yeah,
the end of the fleet as well.
their only real chance. Probably in this left shift holding up.
Yeah, if this left shift stays in long enough, you're right. Then Umut should have enough distance, maybe even on Sozi, but definitely on Luca, to get back into the fight. And at that point, they just need to kill that third boat, get them as far back as possible.
Just straightened at the right time for them. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be close. The left shift is staying a little bit, and Lucas had to put in 2 tacks.
Yeah, it's too far apart. I think we're gonna need. Yeah, it's too far apart. It's a wind shadow away almost. So yeah.
You calling that over?
Yeah, I think so. That's
Got what's that? About 25 meters.
it's well clear.
Yeah, it's gone. Italian 1, 2, 3. No chance on the wind shadow for Umut, unfortunately. Although for this race, I think it was over on the start line.
Yeah, I think they were quite lucky to even have a chance. Really, if I was in that race, I would have just closed that down straight away. They didn't really. They didn't really. I think anyone cover those or any of the close Turkish.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Italians probably gave them a bit of a soft start to the race when they could have gone very aggressive and just shut it down by the first third of that beat.
And then and Arda are having a nice little battle.
Some friendly fire before the finish line. Might as well get some training in while you're out on the water. At the back, we've got Tommy and Burke just having a fight on the way to the finish line. Looks like Tommy's just going to get it. He's got enough ahead here, unless Burke can get a bit of shadow on. And Gekanel coming in to join the fight. And Tommy win this 2v1. Oh, I'm not sure if he does attack like that. Oh, maybe he's disconnected.
No. On my screen, you just got a pen.
Ah, it's me that's disconnected.
Huh.
Good timing.
So they're 50 now.
Yeah, last race. So 4-0 to the Italians.
Come on.
See if they can clean it up.
Because you've got to win this, so I can win the prediction.
Yeah, I'd like to see at least one Turkish win here. We've got Khan, Gorkum, and Carthy in this one, F53v3. And the Italians is going to be Rock, Amos, and Luca. See if we've got the boats in the course yet. F50 is quite different to all these other boats so far in terms of team racing. And a lot of emphasis on speed and positioning on the start line. We've got 6 boats in. Yeah, we're just about ready to go. And we've obviously got Luca, Rock, and Amos who do a lot of fleet racing, perhaps not so much team racing. But perhaps the same thing from the Turkish squad, Kafi, Khan, and Gekanel.
Yeah, I think it's probably the only race that they can, if they have a good start, that they can stretch away.
Yeah, I think I agree. We've got differing tactics here with one of the Italians starting from the front of the start box, whereas the Turkish are mostly sitting back. We've got one Turkish boat sitting way low in the start box, probably just going to try and go for a fairly easy luff onto the start line. They're not going to get a lot of speed though, and speed's so important when you hit the line in the 3v3.
Yeah, Khan in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, the Italians are pretty well controlling that from the front.
Ooh.
So about 5 seconds to go though, maybe. Boat in the middle.
Big mistake.
Yeah. Oh, Luca made a big mistake going way too early to the start line.
Yeah.
With that penalty there on Ballista 25, we've got a Turkish 1-2-3.
Yeah. Someone's got to slow down the race now.
Yeah, we want to see Khan just having some fun at the back, giving some penalties out, while Kafi and Gekanel just go fast at the front. Play it safe.
Might have been a bit too much for Amos. No, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, he's got him.
Ooh. Didn't really like that from Khan.
He could have done perhaps with just playing a little bit safer and staying ahead of those boats to control them, not taking the penalty.
Yeah, they're not that far away from Carthy.
Yeah, it's a small mistake away from letting Amos up into second place.
Ooh.
If Khan can keep putting the pressure on from the back, though.
If I was in the race, I probably would be banging right here.
Yeah, I think Carthy's going to be in the pressure and definitely ahead of Amos. But Luca, if it keeps going right a bit more, Luca might get a bit closer as well.
Yeah, that left kind of really difficult with a 50R fine. Sometimes it's just...
And that left shift comes in.
Sometimes it really looks like it's just trending towards the right, and then it just slowly edges back the other way. Kind of out of nowhere, really.
It's always when you've committed to going hard into the start box and it starts coming back the other way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've still got 2 Turkish boats ahead. We're looking good at the moment. Amos, Ballista 25, is going full speed to see if he can get anywhere close to them. He's got about 100 meters off at the moment.
Could be fairly easy of an upwind. Doesn't mean it will be an easy against the other boats, but
it looks fairly one-sided.
Yeah, just go right. then go left with the right. Not that complicated. The right isn't in anywhere near yet, though. So there's probably going to have to be a double boundary tack.
Yeah, I think you're right. Carthy's going to have to do a double tack here and potentially get mixed up with Amos, but he's probably got enough to just tack on top of Amos.
But he's got
Really
to
wanna
tack on
just-
top of her.
Yeah, he's got to play it safe and tack on top. Yeah, that should do it.
Yeah, I don't know now. Now it's going to cover it late. Yeah.
Carthy needs to put a tack in. He's going far too late.
I like that he went late and not really close, though.
Yeah, you're right. You often see that mistake where someone like Amos takes that tack and then their head boat just tacks far too close to them, loses the speed, potentially falls into the shadow.
Yeah. Should be
The danger
fine
of
now.
going late there. Yeah,
Can't
it looks
be.
like Amos is getting pushed off the ley line. The danger was that shift would come in so hard that Amos would be able to just get a clean line straight to the mark without tagging.
Yeah. Clean.
Nice little penalty just to seal the deal.
Yep. Well, there goes my prediction.
Yeah, good work from the Turkish and good work on the prediction. That will give us 4-0. Sorry, 4-1.
That was a good start. The Italians
Cracking
were just
start from the Turkish.
ever so slightly early. I mean, I think the Turkish got a little bit lucky, all in all. I think because the Italians definitely had control and they just burned really close to the line. And yeah,
Yeah, didn't have anywhere to go. Couldn't do anything about it.
Start, wasn't there? Or two. One or
Yes,
two.
I think one or two of the Italians was OCS. Good to see Khan back out, getting some racing in. And that concludes the evening with 4-1 to the Italians. Oscar, what's the next match that's coming up?
So next match is actually tomorrow, Poland versus Sweden at 9 p.m. CET. So it'll be the third match of Group B. If Poland can win, they'll be in a more comfortable position to claim second place in Group B. It'll be Sweden's first game, so they're in the same position as Turkey right now. It's going to be a tight match. I am not sure what to expect. I think both teams have the potential to pull it off. But coming back to tonight's match, I think Italy really dominated Turkey. There was a couple of mistakes, I think, from Turkey that they probably need to rehearse. 4-1 for Italy, and yeah, Italy are confirming their position at the top of Group B.
Yeah, you know what? Fairly solid performance from Turkey.
Yep.
Perhaps or definitely being the underdogs in this one. And having some less experienced players, but it was evident on some of the start lines that the Turkish just weren't quite as on the game. But during the races, they certainly kept it together for most of the part. A couple of mistakes here and there that cost quite a lot of distance or points. But yeah, I look forward to Turkey's next lineup, which I guess will be Sweden or Poland, and then Poland. Poland-Sweden will be a good match, I think. There's two teams that are fairly evenly matched. Be interesting to see who can come out on top on that one.
Yeah, I think we actually have several fairly close matches coming up. So Poland versus Sweden tomorrow at 9 p.m. Then Poland versus Turkey after tomorrow at 8 p.m. on Thursday. And then the next match planned after that would be Sunday, France versus Japan. So that is the battle for the top spot of Group A. And then Germany versus Switzerland also on Sunday at 9 p.m.
France versus Japan. See if they can have a repeat of previous years where the Japanese knocked out the French or got their hand over on the French.
Well, so far the
French or
Japanese,
very
the
strong.
Japanese have not been able to win the first 2 races, but every time clutched it up for the last 3. So it could be a repeat again.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll have to see. Well,
French
thank you,
are a very
Kevin,
strong
for
squad.
hosting. Thank you, Farley, as well. Thank you, everyone who joined the stream. It was a pleasure to have you. And see you tomorrow
you.
at 9 p.m. for Poland versus Sweden.
Have a good evening.
Bye.
Cheers. Thanks.